All right, let's get right into it. Today, we're going to break down a practical blueprint for achieving excellence. And I'm not talking about some one-off victory. I'm talking about a system you run every single day. We're going to explore how you can totally transform your daily approach to build a life of, well, high performance. So let's do this.
This quote right here, it just gets to the heart of everything. We're kind of taught to see excellence as that one big moment, the promotion, the launch, the championship win. But honestly, that's a total myth. Real, lasting excellence is found in the lifestyle you build, the habits you run day in and day out.
So to really get a handle on this, we've got to start by tearing down a few popular myths. We need to separate the fantasy of what success looks like from the on-the-ground reality of how it's actually built.
Okay, so on the left, you have the myths we're all sold, that success is just about being born with talent or getting a lucky break or having some secret advantage nobody else has. But the truth, it's so much more empowering, and it's something you can actually control. It's forged in those quiet decisions, the consistent habits, and the daily choices you make when nobody's watching.
And this is absolutely crucial. Real, lasting success is just a giant accumulation of small things. It's the sum total of you showing up day after day, especially on the days you really don't feel like it. It's about picking the hard, productive thing over the easy thing, over and over, until it's just what you do.
That brings us perfectly to our first pillar. You've got to master your environment. This is where the real work starts, because if you do it right, you can literally win the day before it even begins. It's all about taking total control of those first few moments.
Now this process, it looks simple, right? But don't be fooled, it's incredibly powerful. First, you wake up with intention. You don't just fall out of bed and into your day. Then, you execute instantly. That alarm goes off, your feet hit the floor. No debating, no snoozing. And finally, you prime your mind for what's coming, whether that's meditating, journaling, or just taking a quiet moment to focus.
You know, the psychology behind the snooze button is fascinating. When you hit it, you're not just getting 9 more minutes of crappy sleep, you're actually making yourself more tired and groggy. But even more important than that, it's the very first decision of your day, and you're teaching your brain that it's okay to delay, to put things off. Waking up immediately does the exact opposite. It starts a chain reaction of decisiveness and action.
Guarding your focus is absolutely non-negotiable if you want to master your environment. Seriously, think of your attention as your most valuable currency, because it is. The highest performers get this. They are ruthless about getting rid of distractions. They carve out sacred blocks of time for deep, focused work. And they really get this one critical truth. You have to say no to the things that don't matter so you have the time and energy to say yes to your mission.
Okay, on to pillar 2, building relentless discipline. Look, if your goals are the destination, then discipline is the engine that actually gets you there. It's the force that powers you forward, especially when motivation decides to take a day off.
I absolutely love this definition. See, discipline isn't about punishment. It's not about restriction. It's simply the bridge. It's what connects the person you are right now to the person you want to become. Without that bridge, your goals are just wishes on the other side of a canyon.
And here's the thing you have to remember. Discipline is not something you're born with or without. It's a muscle. And you build it. Every single time you keep a small promise to yourself, hitting the gym, finishing that task, waking up on time, you're doing another rep. You're making that muscle of self-control just a little bit stronger.
So what's the secret? What's the hack? It's this. You have to eliminate negotiation. Stop debating with yourself. The most disciplined people on the planet don't argue about whether they feel like doing something. They make the decision once, like, I'm a person who works out every morning, and then they just do it. The negotiation is over before it even begins.
All right, that brings us to our final pillar, which is all about the internal game, forging a winner's mindset. Because your environment and your discipline can only get you so far if you don't have the mental habits, the decisiveness, and the toughness that all success is built on.
Just look at this. This is what hesitation does to your brain. It's a tangled mess. We tell ourselves we're just being careful, but let's be real. Overthinking is a destructive habit. It paralyzes you, it sucks up all your mental energy, and it just kills your momentum dead in its tracks. The only way to beat it is to build a habit of taking action.
So here's a simple but crazy powerful tool to break that habit. It's called the 5-second rule. The moment you feel that instinct to act on a goal, you just count down 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and you physically move. That little countdown actually interrupts the part of your brain that's about to make up an excuse, and it gives you this tiny window to just go. It's like a launch sequence for taking action.
You know, mental toughness isn't built when things fall apart. It's forged in small, daily, intentional choices to do hard things. Pushing out one more rep at the gym, taking a cold shower, making that call you've been dreading. Every time you push through that discomfort, you're literally rewiring your brain. You're teaching it that you can handle the pressure, and that the limits you think you have, well, they're not really real.
So as we bring all these pillars together, we get to the most important shift of all. This whole thing, it's not just a to-do list for success. It's about combining these principles to build a completely new identity. This one can be a hard truth to swallow. Your life, right now, is a perfect reflection of the standards you tolerate from yourself. If you tolerate mediocrity, if you tolerate procrastination and excuses, then that's exactly what your reality will be. If you want to change your results, you have to start by raising your standards for yourself.
And really, this is the ultimate takeaway. You have to stop chasing excellence as some kind of outcome and start living it as your identity. You don't just do disciplined things. You become a disciplined person. And when you do that, the right actions just flow naturally from who you believe you are.
Because in the end, excellence isn't some finish line you cross one day.
It's just a way of being. It's the standard you hold for yourself in every single action, every choice, every moment of your day. So the final question I have for you isn't about whether you can accomplish some big, amazing thing one day. It's a challenge for right now. Will you make the choice to operate at a higher level, not just today, but every single day? The choice, as always, is yours.